So here's an overview, patients, appointments, clinic flow, patient overview. This is right now in demo mode, so there's only this one patient. So if I look into this patient, I can rearrange those tabs here, like this. It starts with medical records, patient to-dos, vitals, and then all sorts of things that you would need in a medical practice, like encounters, conditions, observations, allergies, prescriptions, medications, procedures, and so on and on and on. So that's a full allopathic medicine electronic health record system. Then we have Ayurveda. You can track all the numbers in Ayurveda. And life factors. Loaders, buffers, distorters. Loaders, everything that puts load on your system. Buffers, everything that gives you resilience. And distorters, things that distort the picture. Good example would be coffee. You feel very awake, but you are actually tired. So that would be like a distorter. So the goal in treatment is to get rid of loaders, increase buffers, and eliminate distorters. Care plans. You can create patient journeys, client journeys. So it's not just for patients, it's also for clients, coaching clients, for example, and give them a complete journey. So here we have mindfulness practice. If we open that journey, then we see there's like assessments, there's guided practice, and so on, once per week. And then the patient has this in the patient portal, so they get like those little assignments from you automatically. Then we have Terra tuning. That's where we measure heart rate variability. And no, I don't wear the device, but so this is how it looks like. And so with that we can measure the success of treatment, because the stress level, basically the parasympathetic tone, the vagal tone improves, which is a good sign. And if it is getting worse, that means whatever we are doing is not working. Then we have the North Star. That's the Japanese ikigai, finding the life purpose. We have functional health, mobility, cognition, balance, fitness, vision. So you can add, assessments in those areas. Cognition, reaction time, Stroop score, and so on. We have a suite of software where you can test this with your patients or your clients. Diet tracking. You can add interventions. You can track where is it? Oh, here, signal check-in. Hunger, cravings, energy, digestion, comfort, mood, and so on. You can track those things. You can create diet plans, meal plans. They can also be AI generated, but you should always double and triple check this. And then there's movement, yoga therapy. You have a session title, focus, let's say posture reset or hinge mechanics, and current goals, key issues, a quick progress summary, movement, observe, key limitations, and so on. So there's all nicely explained, and you can track your sessions. I always recommend to track a range of motion with yoga students, for example, because then after a week, after 2 weeks, after 3 weeks, you can show them progress in numbers and say your range of motion has increased. And so for that, you have to measure it. If you don't measure it, you will never know.